Okay, now first thing you need to do is get the soldering iron tip clean and put a bit of fresh solder on there. Now, what you don't want to do is just put the soldering iron on there, then straight away just push loads of solder on it and blob it all up over the top here, because all that's going to do is like mount up and you're just going to end up with a big ball of solder on top of it. So you need to hold the soldering iron on it for a good amount of time, then put the solder on, and you only want a little bit like that. So that is what you want it to do, like that. You can't really see that, it keeps going blurry. There you go, so that's what you want it to look like. Otherwise all you're going to end up with is a massive ball of solder on there, and eventually that's just going to break off because it's not taken to the joint. It's called a dry joint and it's brittle and it will just break off. Okay, so once you've done the yellow, just move on and do the next one, which is orange. So poke the orange one through the hole, like that. They might be a bit difficult to get in the hole the first time, there we go. But once you get them in, they'll stay in. And again, clean your soldering tip. Bit of fresh solder on the tip. Hold it on the actual joint for a good amount of time. Then melt the solder on, just a little bit on there, and that's all you need. Okay, now the red goes in there, like that. Again, clean your tip, bit of fresh solder, hold it on the joint, and a little tiny bit of solder, and that's it, that's all you need. Okay, now what we've got on there is just basically where the solder has dripped slightly and it's set while it's been dripping, or I've pulled the soldering iron away and it's stuck to the end of the tip as I've pulled it away. Now don't worry about that, all you need to do to solve that is literally get a pair of wire cutters and just clip that off, and that will just come off like that. So if you get that, don't worry about it, it'll come straight off. Right, now you've done all the other colours and now it's time to do the brown one. Now this is the point where you're probably going, because there's two browns on there. You can see there's brown and then there's one there that says brown for LTD. Okay, don't panic, it's the one for brown. You don't want the one for brown LTD. I'll explain what that is in another video. Now I broke the thing off for that one, do you remember? So all I'm going to do is actually just put that through the hole there, and we'll just solder that. It doesn't really matter, as long as it stays in the hole it doesn't matter. Okay, so I've got the brown one in there now, and again I've already cleaned the tip, so again it's just a case of holding a bit of heat on there, a little bit of solder, and that's it. That's all you need to do. Okay, so now you've done all that, you can take your bit of tape off now if you want. Stuff it, I'm just going to leave it on there. And you just got to put it all back in now. So just drop it back into place, but don't forget on that side where the pitch bender screws in, don't forget your little earth strap that goes on there. Alright, so now you've got this in, you need to screw it in. So if you're having trouble putting this little earth thing in, get a magnetic tip screwdriver like that, get the screw on the end and actually push it through the little earth connector first, then go down to screw it in, and you'll get it in a lot easier. Like that. So there you go, believe it or not, that's all there is to it really. So it's not as difficult as it sounds, is it? So now it's just a case of putting the rubber base back on, and that's it, you're good to go. Well, as you can tell from the green light, it's working, and that feels a lot better. That is so much nicer, it's smooth and it actually clicks. And as you can tell, I don't know if you can see that, but the dots on the green light, the middle dot is absolutely central, and when I move it away it moves smoothly, it doesn't jolt or anything like that. So, job done. So there you go. And I mean, this cost me less than 20 quid against the 55 quid I got quoted to have this done at the shop. So if you can do and you feel confident enough, you know, you will really benefit from giving it a go yourself. You'll save a lot of pennies. and I'll put a link in the description for somewhere where you can buy the actual pitch fader from. It's the website that I brought it from, so I'll put that in the description. Also any other information you might need to know, any problems you might run into, so on and so forth. So there you go. I hope this video has been a help. Thank you for watching. Nice one.